Hello and welcome back. Not just to you guys, but to me as well. Finally back from vacation and I am exhausted. I can't be doing it right. So. Alright, so yeah, this is where we left off. Gotta talk to Erlene and then talk to Jaethal. But yeah, if you want a little bit of BringItDon travel agency advice, do not go to New York City during tourist season, because you're gonna have a bad time. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyway, Erlene looks at you with hesitation and almost fear. Greetings, Your Highness. You've come to fetch your order, right? So here's the thing. Also, a little side note, I can't get my mouse sensitivity right. I didn't change it before I left, so I don't know like why it's being weird. So if you see me like wiggle my mouse every now and then, that's why I'm trying to readjust to it. I sent the gemstones to my partner as we agreed. Now it turns out it's not enough. He wants something else from the Stolen Lands. You see, magic artifact gatherers need extremely rare ingredients at times, such as a unicorn's horn. I have one of those. These animals are rare. They don't come along very often, and many people consider killing them for their horns to be pretty bad, because of their intelligence. You're not someone to be stopped by petty superstition, are you? Yeah, why don't you do it yourself? I'm afraid I'm not much of a hunter, Your Highness. It has cured me on its horn in a flash. You're our best shot. I mean, I already have it. Yeah, I won't track down and hunt a unicorn, but I'll bring you a unicorn horn if I ever come across one, which I already have. Erlene smiles sadly. Just as you say, Your Highness. We look to have a long wait before us, I think. Well, oh yeah? Well, here's the unicorn horn, Erlene. Hope your partner can be trusted to carry out his part of the deal. Erlene regards the unicorn's horn with admiration. Oh my, I never hoped to hold such a rarity in my hands. Thank you, Your Highness. I'm sure we can make it this time. I'll keep you abreast of our progress. So now what do I gotta do? Oh, I just wait. Alright, to the throne room to talk to Jaethal. Yeah, my sensitivity's all over the place. I don't know what to do with my mouse. Alright, onward and upward. Talk to Jaethal, then we'll deal with her quest, and then head back to Patox and continue slaughtering all of our problems. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of these little things on the ground. Like, if you go over here, you can't see them. But there's like tons on the ground over here.
Our time has come.
No, I'm not gonna bother collecting that. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I hope I'm even recording. God, I haven't done this in days. Yeah, alright. We're good. Everything's kosher. I make better coffee than any coffee shop I went to in New York. They're all awful. I do such a better job. I bring news, Jaethal reports abruptly. Not unexpected. A sizable group of elves from Kyonin has crossed the border into your kingdom. They sent a message to you. You may read it if you wish, but I can state the substance in a few words. We demand you turn over the murderer. We await your response. Jaethal stares at you closely, as if trying to assess something. Is she studying you, or considering the larger situation? I suppose we should meet with them. Back then, near the Thorn River, after the battle with the elven youngsters, I felt Urgathoa's presence again, for the first time since I was reborn. Now I feel something similar, a command, or the shadow of one. Besides, I don't like to leave my affairs unfinished. Let us put an end to this. Does this situation somehow threaten me or my kingdom? I doubt it. They are not official emissaries from Kyonin. If they were, then their interference would look quite different. Most likely these are the families of those foolish youngsters from the camp near the Thorn River. I assume they're inclined to fight. They won't set ambushes or try to stab you in the back. First, they will surely try to negotiate. Elves, you know. Jaethal allows herself a sarcastic smirk. Fine, we'll meet with these elves. I'm ready to strike out at a moment's notice. Alright, well, she'll be tagging along, I suppose. And, I don't have any things for the storyteller, right? A bunch of books and garbage I need to get rid of. Oh, they upgraded the wand of Summon Monster Zero. Neat. This is still my inventory? That's great. Okay. I'm actually going to drop some of these books off. I don't need this garbage. I'm gonna hold on to that. Actually, no, I don't need to. Get rid of that as well. I don't know this map anymore. There we go. To the king of this land, we need not be enemies. Give us the criminal murderer, guilty of the death of our children and friends, and we will leave your realm in peace. You know, I helped her kill them. That's not important. Be wise, ruler. Your lands have suffered greatly, and keeping treacherous monsters by your side cannot improve your kingdom's lot. We await your answer in the camp near the southwestern border of your kingdom. Travelers from Kyonin seeking justice. Well, good for them. I do have a thingy for him. Let's go turn that in. Oh, darn it. So we found another piece of the sky metal shard or whatever. I was hoping maybe he could repair that for us. Alright, let us leave the kingdom. Don't have to sell anything, right? I think I took care of it all off camera, so we should be good to go. Really fine, I'll collect it. I'll just drop it off on the road somewhere. Alright, so we'll bring Visual Lot along with Jaethal. Where's this thing at? Southwest of my kingdom. Oh, there it is. Elven Camp. Oh, kingdom thingy. Let's take care of that. Alright, that wasn't very exciting.
I need to catch my breath.
We will be resting before we go in there, just to be safe.
I need to catch my breath.
God, this auto-saving. Just awful. Alright,
Riti.
let's go.
You cannot stand against me.
And a cleric, go take care of that.
Consider me for thought. Never had a chance.
Oh, oops. That's Jaethal's little weapon. Was that it? Awesome. Good job, everybody. Let's get out of here. Pretty sure that's Jaethal's weapon, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was Jaethal. That weapon's so cool. Alright, away we go.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
We'll rest right here, my friend. Actually, you know what? Why do I keep making hearty meals? I can do something else. Let's get some haggis. Why not? And in we go. Let's just put some of my longer lasting buffs on. Play a little safe.
Request.
Should have communal stone skin. It only lasts for 10 minutes though, so maybe not. Does she have greater heroism? No. 10 minutes per level. We'll drop a couple stone skins. So I don't know what to expect. You know what? I have a couple of enlarged persons.
These magics should be used in other ways.
Really can't enlarge
These
Jaethal?
magics should be used in other ways.
Fascinating. If you use Righteous Glory on her, she increases her size. Right? What's that ability at? A Righteous Might. Yeah, she gets bigger there. Interesting.
You can count on me.
Sorry, I'm just kind of playing around right now. So I don't know what to expect. Elves.
Forwards.
Nope. My good Valerie's kind of up front. Be okay here. She looks so lanky and weird. She's like a Wendigo. Nortelara. Grave silence follows you as you approach the elves. They do not move, staring at you and Jaethal as if they were waiting for something. Or rather, someone. A young dark-haired elven woman emerges from behind the crowd and greets you with a nod. At the sight of her, something almost imperceptible changes in Jaethal's eyes. It's hard not to notice their incredible similarity. My daughter, my favorite creation and my most capable student. The voice of Jaethal is colorless, and her facial expression unreadable. What a pleasure it is to see you leading this band of murderers who have come for my head. Murmurs of outrage erupt in the elven crowd, but their leader remains calm. The dark eyes of the girl burn with determination, and there's a blush on her cheeks. It's amazing how such small details change her face, otherwise nearly indistinguishable from the pale, lifeless face of her mother. I thought you would know that I couldn't stay away. Didn't you always teach me to be responsible for my actions and follow things through? Listen to us before you make any hasty decisions. Jaethal is not to blame for the death of the young elves. It was Aneo, the Inquisitor Pharasma, who had set a trap for both us and them. Open your eyes, girl. Didn't I teach you to think with your head, and not to fall into traps laid by facile provocation? I haven't read in a few days, this is awful. You might have reasoned that I have no use in killing those foolish young elves you wish to avenge. True, you had no use for it. But if there was any use for you, you would have killed them without hesitation. Right, Mother? I know you better than anyone. I know how far you might go if no one stops you. Nortelara, such a weird name, Nortelara, pauses and then continues sternly. I persuaded the court to send you into exile. I used everything I could, friends, connections, the arts of logic and persuasion you taught me, and achieved the mildest punishment possible. It was a mistake. If I hadn't done it, our unfortunate youths would still be drawing breath. Love blinded me. You told me many times that our feelings are our worst advisors, but only now have I finally learned this lesson. It is my duty to stop you, and I will see it through. The elf turns to you. I'm sorry, King. I have no wish to invade your lands, but there's no other way. Give us the murderer, and we shall leave in peace. Yeah, let's try this. I would like the experience. I don't know. Jaethal revived one of your fellow travelers who died at the hand of the Inquisitor. She confirmed my words to you. My daughter was the only one whose remains we did not find. Returned to life? Do you mean to say this creature turned her into an undead slave? You better pray it's not true, King.
Finish them quick.
Okay. Well, grieving father, you're gonna die. Maybe I should use the diplomacy option. Oh jeez. Didn't realize. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Oh boy, this is
Can someone help me?
Oh, this is not going well at all. Okay. Dog, what you doing, man? Was that what was supposed to happen? Jaethal approaches the fallen Nortelara and freezes like a statue. The scene from the elven camp at the Thorn River repeats itself once again. But now instead of some unknown elven girl, her own daughter lies at the Inquisitor's feet. She seems still alive. I hear you. Jaethal speaks under her breath, and you realize that she is talking neither to her daughter, nor to you, nor anyone else. For a moment you are filled with the strange sensation of someone else's presence. Someone evil, but somehow jubilant. Then the feeling fades. Stop it, Jaethal. Alright. Jaethal's eyes grow clear. Yes, mistress. I am ready. Jaethal turns to you. Her eyes are glowing with a cold flame. Arcanum wants me to choose one of the two paths of faith. I can use Tanika's ritual to regain a living body, with all the pleasures that it offers. The children I can then bear will be the source of my immortality. I'll become an eternal spirit, changing temporary vessels, and even the age's long lifespan of the elves will be to me as a season. Jeez. There's another way. I'll remain undead, eternal, unchanging and impeccable. In exchange for my final sacrifice, Urgathoa will grant me new power. A perfect spirit or perfect undead. Either way, I shall be her perfect follower. All that my goddess requires of me is the life of my daughter, here and now. Nortelara is barely able to move her lips. A fine choice. I always knew that Urgathoa would someday demand it from you. My life. The Tanika's ritual, what will happen if you use it? Rebirth in a way. Jaethal looks at her daughter. The power of the blood bond is great. Urgathoa will extract my spirit from this dead body and move it to a new, living one, which I once gave birth to. A body you once gave birth to, Nortelara repeats quietly. I was prepared to kill you. I was prepared for you to kill me, but I never imagined that I would be no more than a vessel. No mere vessel, child. A priceless gift. Jaethal speaks with a face of stone. Alright, I could kill Jaethal here. But again, I'm trying to get the good endings for everybody, so let's see. Yeah, let's try this. You cannot do this to your daughter. Let's see if we can redeem her without killing her. Jaethal's eyes look stern and motionless. I said motionless. Motionless. Do you understand what you ask? I cannot resist Urgathoa's will, even if I had good reason to do so. The gods do not forgive disobedience. I have served you well, but now I must have what I so desperately need. Alright, so she doesn't love, she's unfeeling, but she does... Pride might convince her. You surely put much effort into raising your daughter. Were you proud of what she became, or am I wrong? Do you really want to sacrifice all this now? A barely noticeable shadow of doubt runs... I mean, maybe any of those choices would have worked. If I know Jaethal, which I don't really because I don't travel with her, she is a prideful creature. A barely noticeable shadow of doubt runs through the depths of Jaethal's dark eyes. I will regret it. Perhaps I will even feel sad once or twice a year, but I will not turn back. I cannot turn back. Wonder if any of these matter. Yeah, can't you see what your life has become? Blood is spilled again and again, and every time there's more. Again, my good-hearted patron, stepping in to denounce me, but I give you credit. At least you're consistent. I can respect that. Remember the girl at the camp near Thorn River? She would rather die than become undead. You bear destruction and grief. Those are the gifts you offer. It's what Urgathoa gave to you. But it wasn't you, Donald, who convinced me to keep... But wasn't it you, Donald, who convinced me to keep this girl as undead, against her will? It didn't seem at the time that my actions were so destructive. Remember the story of Tanika? Can you blame Mineo for what happened to her? But in truth it was her faith in Urgathoa that condemned her, and offered her no comfort in her time of need. She was foolish, weak, unworthy of Urgathoa's gifts. With me it will be different. I shall live as I wish. I won't run from my enemies like a rat. Jaethal's face remains motionless, yet it seems that the memory of Tanika's terrible fate stirs in her some unspoken feeling. Jaethal suddenly stops speaking and remains silent for a long time. Her empty, undead face does not betray the thoughts and feelings rushing through her mind behind the mask. She glances at you, her daughter, the grass, the trees, the sky, as if trying to put them all into the same picture. I've come such a long way, she says finally. Eternal escape, life in constant expectation, decisions made for me. Should I finish all this? Ham's voice is deep and solemn. All things come to an end, even your pride, even attempts to cling to a ruined life. Let go of the past, Jaethal. You should have done this long ago. Thank you, Harem. Fine. Jaethal looks at her daughter and speaks with a simmering calm. Do not dare disappoint me, girl. I do not wish to learn that I gave up so much for an ordinary worthless being who cannot manage her life. Be exceptional in everything you do. Jaethal straightens her shoulders with a nervous movement and looks straight ahead. I must disappoint you, goddess. I reject your gift. What? What just happened? Is that how that ends? Did I just explode my companion? Did I get her gear back at least? No, she took it with her. Oh my god, what just happened?
Patience.
Did I have any diamonds to resurrect her? No. Should have a raised dead scroll though, right?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, well that was super interesting. I don't know if that was the right choice or not. I mean, I guess she redeemed herself in a way. I definitely feel weird about the whole situation. Like, I don't know, it's a lot of, oh, there's her body. I can't interact with it, though. Alright, well, let's talk to Nortalara. Made 2 mistakes with her, Nortalara says as you approach. The first time, back in Kyonin, when I defended her before the court and argued that she might change. The second time here, when I sought to kill, believing that she could never change. I owe you my life, King. My life and my hopes. I pray that one day I might repay you in kind, but for now, I wish to give you one of my mother's things. I don't think I'll ever be able to touch this again. Thank you for everything, and farewell. This heavy signet is engraved with the motto in Elven, I shall bring justice, or I justice I shall be brought. It belonged to the late Jaethal during her tenure as a judge in Kyonin. Thanks to you, these words have come true. Oh, that's nice. This ring allows its wearer to use the Inquisitor's judgment ability 3 more times per day. Yeah, so... I mean, she was redeemed, I guess. She, you know, forsook Urgathoa, who's a pretty evil spirit. She's not going to kill people anymore. While it may not have been the lawful good approach, it was a good ending. And, you know, I'm happy with what happened. I'm sad that she exploded in front of us. But I'm happy that, she found peace at last, you know? In the end, while it may have been a very gruesome way to go, it was a, she's at peace, I guess. I can't believe she's exploded in front of us, though. I guess Urgathoa smote her because she rejected her. That's bonkers. Wow. I mean, we're out of a companion now. Which I'm okay with. I mean, I didn't use her anyway. I mean, I guess I feel good about it. I don't know. Can I not even like look at her character portrait anymore? Yeah, let's just bring Reg with us as we head back into Patox. How long have I been recording? 28 minutes. All right. Do I not own the Dire Neural Marches? Why is my Kingdom thing not popping up here? What's that for? Let's go to Hemlock Island. So we haven't been there yet. Let's rest up, just to be safe. I can't believe she just exploded. That's... Oh man. That's crazy. I really like that quest though. That was fun. What a roller coaster, right? Reaching the wooded isle, we stopped to look around. Locals living around the lake fully believed the place was cursed. Day and night, colored lights supposedly appeared around the island, and some brave souls would even watch them fly over the water. The local legend said that anyone who saw the lights would definitely disappear. If not that night, then within the month for sure. We didn't see any lights at all though. The island seemed forlorn and completely uninteresting. Why can't I say uninteresting? Silent, gloomy pines loomed over the gray, rocky shore. A narrow path disappeared into the woods. Yeah, let's follow the path and explore the mysterious island. Whoever made the path clearly didn't use it often. We could barely make it out among the ferns. We had to walk single file along the path as branches from the crowded bushes grabbed at our sleeves and backpack straps, only to hit the next person in line once we'd passed. The forest grew taller and thicker, and ever darker. The air suddenly grew intensely humid as clouds of milky white, incredibly thick fogs flowed up from the ground. And believe me, dear reader, when I say incredibly thick, we're not talking like how an innkeeper girl might talk up his soup. How an innkeeper... Did I say innkeeper girl? Just an innkeeper might talk up his soup. It became impossible to see past our own noses, and it was like our ears had been stuffed with cotton. The air itself became so dense it was like walking through water. We had to navigate it navigate by touch, and we could only move only half as fast as we'd been going. Donald, who'd been walking last, was forced to stop. With great difficulty, we could barely make out the muffled and worried voices of his friends ahead. Something had to be done, but what? Yeah, let's try and break through the fog and catch up to everyone, even though my mobility is -3. Donald continued forward through the fog, but progress became more difficult with each step. He felt a sudden movement of air to the left before he flew forward, having been pushed hard in the back. Failing to keep his balance, Donald fell into the sticky mud. At that moment, he just barely spotted a pair of pale hands reaching out, grab his bag, and disappear back into the fog. The fog finally began to clear, and soon there was no trace of it. Donald looked back, and his friends were nowhere to be seen, but up ahead he could just make out a blinking, welcoming light. As Donald approached the light source, it quickly became clear that the light was a bonfire. Soon Donald entered a brightly lit clearing and saw all of us. Why then did no one jump up to greet him, or give a welcoming yell, or a hug, or even offer a cup of hot tea? Why had everyone frozen in their seats, spoons lifted in the air? Why the deathly silence? Imagine Donald's surprise when he finally saw why his appearance had caused such a strange reaction. It seemed he had been missing it all. He'd been sitting with us all by the fire, watching his exact copy emerge from the forest. Yes, dear reader, just imagine it. 2 copies of the king met in a clearing, seemingly identical, but which of the 2 was real? The king sitting by the fire said, "How can there be any doubt? I'm the real king, of course. Look, I've got my bag and with all my things." What did the king who walked out of the forest answer? I could say that. What sort of nature check? Is he lawful good? Why not tie us both up and interrogate us? You'll soon discover which of us is the doppelganger that way. A deafening silence hung in the air. One could hear the thoughts churning through our brains. Then the Donald sitting by the fire laughed in a strange voice. He stood up and began rising into the air. The mask dropped and we saw a short, pale man with blonde hair and parrot-like wings with bright feathers. We all went after him together, but Donald held onto him most tightly. His hands gripped the Joker's wings in an iron grip. An ear-piercing whistle sounded from all around us, and stones began raining on us from above. The imposter was aided by his winged kin, who grabbed him by the hands and began pulling him up. We didn't give up, but in the end we were overpowered. There was just too many, dear reader. They quickly reclaimed our prisoner from us. Soaring into the air and shaking their fists at us, they flew off. We sat a long time around the fire, laughing and chatting about how Donald cleverly dispelled the illusion. When morning came, as we looked around at the rainbow-colored feathers left behind by our uninvited guests, I noticed one of them had lost a valuable bracelet in the fight. We ended up with that trophy, at least. So what do we get? Oh, a hand crossbow +1. Fascinating. A mere touch of these bracers, or brackers, golden surface fills your mind with vivid, fantastical images. These braces granted wear +1 to illusion school spells, difficulty check, +2 saving throws against illusion. Okay. That's okay, I guess. I don't know anything about this. Is the first hand crossbow we found, isn't it? Interesting. Well, that's fun. It's a fun little ride. I do want to head up a little bit to my kingdom again, just to manage it, because we do have all those Patoxian issues arising, and I want to beat them back as my advisors become available again. No need in letting Patox get away with the nonsense, you know? Can't do anything about that. God, how long? 6 days, 10 days, 17 days, 16 days, 24 days, 2 days, 10 days, 42 days. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it off camera. I did try to go back and purchase the Staglord's pendant again and see if I could speed it up. You know, after the fact, you can't. You should have it before they come and talk to you. The Tristian, Storyteller, and Lindsay come and talk to you. And they're like, oh hey, we can probably speed this up. I don't know if that's actually what you need, because I didn't go back and try it. Alright, so back down here. That sucks, Jaethal had my highest perception. There's probably more cultists. Because Patox is swarming with cultists.
Stand with me.
Nope, some of these guys. Aren't these guys evil? Yeah. So what I'll do is just go ahead and drop one of these bad boys. We'll try to change of light this guy. God, the mouse is so weird feeling. Oh, it's just negative level.
Let us strike as
From
one.
what? Oh god, Red hit so hard. Oh, is he dead? He's just frozen in that position. That's fine. Oh, just like leather and padded armor. That's very disappointing. Let's head back this way. I was expecting much more of a fight from that.
Patience.
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and I'm actually gonna rest here. But first, I need to change one of his spells.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
Where is... I don't remember. There we go. Restoration Greater. I don't know if that takes diamonds or diamond dust. I didn't check. I'm trying to initiate Valerie's romance dialogue by resting here.
You have Octavia. Treasure her.
No way. Without you, I'd never have figured out that I should value the most important person in my life. Thanks, Edgar. You really opened my eyes here.
Well, that was some fun banter, right? It might be too late to trigger Valerie's romance stuff. I think you might have to do it between each of her quests. I don't actually know.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, diamond dust.
Ouch.
Alright. Continue exploring. We might be able to clear out one more area before I have to call it an episode. But we'll see. Riverblades Camp. Well, let's head there. Never mind, we went right past it. Well, there's Littletown. Let's head there and deal with the pirates, I guess. We got a little bit of time. Unless it's too big, in which case I'll start it and then not finish it this episode. This is supposedly where all the propaganda is coming from, so we can go take care of these guys. Slaughter the pirates here. Plus that one bard wanted us to take care of the pirates here anyway, so we can clear up that quest as well. Eliminate the instigators. Easy peasy.
I yearn for entertainment.
Alright, before things get out of hand.
A reckoning is at hand.
You can count on me.
Together we are unstoppable.
Keep your eyes open.
Where to now?
Ready and willing.
Jumping some buffs, because I don't know what to expect here. Greater angelic aspect, sure. What's my divine weapon bond on? I think it's fire, yeah, because I don't have flaming on my weapon anymore. We're going all out here, in case y'all didn't notice. Alright, we're probably good here, right?
Today it shelters and
Let's kill everything! I'm just gonna rampage through here real quick, then I'll loot everything after I kill everybody. All my buffs are still up. Oh, is that it?
forwards.
It's not a very big area. That's an exit. Okay, well this... Good job, Valerie. Or Octavia, not Valerie. Whoever you are. You know who you are. Let's check on the side here.
Without a doubt.
Alright, make sure there's no loot around. So far, so good. So I guess we just have to go into the tavern. I assumed it would be a printing house. This is fine. It seems no one noticed your entrance over the bustling noise of the tavern. A young half-elf with long, slicked back hair, and a delicately curled mustache and beard is making a solemn speech. He draws and flourishes with his hands, and his pretentious red face makes it obvious that he's enjoying everyone's attention. Laughter and shouts of approval can be heard from the main table. Many other guests aren't participating in the gaieties. However, some are yawning, while others aren't even listening to the speaker as they focus on their meals. But what's this? Your friend Ivar sits with a long face, picking at a hunk of meat with his fork. The speaker raises his voice once more, and Ivar winces. So let's raise our cups, my brothers in arms and drinking comrades. Here's to the most enlightened monarch of our times, who brought prosperity and culture to Patax. That skillful commander, famous the world over for his military genius. To the ladies' man who's broken so many hearts with his humble heart and aloof attitude. To that patron of the arts, that philanthropist, whose generosity is matched only by his wisdom and taste. In short, here's to Aravetti. A chorus of voices repeats the toast. Many drinks up, but far from everyone. What a farce. His melodramatic eulogies are nauseating. Shh, he'll hear you make a scene again, just like last time. Finally, after emptying his glass, the half-elf notices you. Good gods, look my brothers and sisters. Look who it is. Is that not Donald himself? Did you come in your dirty boots and tattered hand-me-downs to spoil our feast with that gloomy, hungry look? Tell you what, if you abdicate the throne and swear allegiance to Patax, I'll find a bone to throw you. Some of the dinner guests roar with laughter, while others look at you with interest, maybe even hope. Everyone stops talking and watches you. Valerie is pale, and her silence could melt iron. The squeal of metal on metal indicates that she must be gripping her weapon, but she isn't rushing to draw it. Who is Ivar? A familiar face, Ivar. It's been a long time. How are you? Better now that you're here. It's nice to see an honest face. I didn't realize just how tired I'd grown of Irvedi and his hangers-on. You've become the king of a... And you've become the king... One moment, let me collect myself. And you've become the king glorified in legends, just as I foretold. Well, perhaps there'll be room in that legend for me. Traitor, what else should we expect from a changeling, though? Beasts know no loyalty. Deplorable Trebersent, the things you'll say to get a reaction. Yeah, Trebersent, enough with your pretentious bravado. You know what will happen if you don't surrender peaceably. You have a chance to prevent bloodshed, if you just lay down your weapons. You're noble to offer this scum a chance to live, but I do not think them capable of using the offer. Did you hear that, friends? This beast, this monster whose muzzle is caked with innocent blood, whose eyes burn with hellfire, breaks into our home and dares threaten us in the name of good intentions. But we're not so easily cowed. Truth is on our side. Follow me, disciples of Irvedi. The gods are with us. We're in the right, and our enemies in the wrong. Oh, Trebersent, I so want to stay and see how Donald and company pluck those peacock feathers of yours. But alas, I have other things to attend to. Say hello to your family for me. Looks like it's time to get going.
Fight
A bunch of bards. All right, let's get dancing. Oh, Ivar is the werewolf. Should I keep him alive? Glad to see he's on our side. Why is he in Patax though? Is he confused? What's going on here?
Here.
He's not dead, right? He's just knocked down. Oh, he tripped him. Hello again, Donald. Ivar Human once more catches his breath. I can't say your appearance was unexpected, but it was certainly impressive. I didn't expect to see you again. What brought you here? That's a long story. As we parted ways at Lake Silverstep, I went seeking a way to control my curse. Both my curses, really. My drivel could also be considered a curse of sorts, or maybe just a dangerous gift. Well, I failed to oust the beast from inside me, but I thought I could try to at least do something of use with my tales. So I enrolled in Patax's Academy of Grand Arts. I thought it'd be a suitable place to learn to control my words. And it was, to an extent, but I also saw how words could be weapons. My family was killed due to my stupidity and a deadly accident, Ivar says bitterly. The bards in Patax, and especially here in Littletown, are learning to direct those skills toward murder and manipulation. I'm afraid they really seem to know what they're doing. What happened here in Littletown? All kinds of sordid things, Ivar frowns. At first they wouldn't tell us where we were being sent, but once we were here, things began in earnest. There were lectures, general meetings, we wrote pamphlets and songs. Whether the topic was love or war didn't matter, as long as at least one of the lines was used to smear you, Donald. I quickly realized what was going on, but I decided to stay anyway. I figured sooner or later the Ardent King would show up, and I'd get a chance to thank him for sparing my life and teaching me a valuable lesson. I am just fumbling words left and right. You're still a werewolf. How do you live with it? The priest I consulted about lifting the curse couldn't help me. Maybe it was because I'm not ready to forgive myself. Not yet. But something has changed. Ivar rubs the bridge of his nose pensively. I didn't hide who I was from the Academy's bards, and they weren't afraid of me. They didn't like me much, but they weren't afraid. To them, my ability to assume an animal appearance just seemed like another kind of natural gift. Dangerous though it may be. Not so different from the gift of magic to them. Once I began thinking about it, I realized that, now that I didn't have to lie and hide, it became easier for me to control my transformations. I know who I am. I know I can bring death and misery, but I can handle it, and maybe I can help those in need. It was an interesting lesson. What will you do next? Travel. The further the better. My debt to you is paid, but now Ayurvedi's people will have some cause to wish me dead. The world is huge and full of new discoveries to be made. I'll find my own way. Thank you for your help. Farewell. Maybe we'll meet again sometime. Farewell to you as well, my king. May your legend continue. I would really like for him to be like a party member, honestly. I think it's really cool.
I will guide us.
It'd be cool to have like a werewolf party member.
We shall overcome.
Don't hesitate.
Why does she keep not moving? What's going on here? I'm glad I spared him earlier, because now he's, Is the dog still trying...
I won't let you down.
The end draws near.
You piece of crap.
Yes, I'm still here. Any fun to be had?
Y'all done now? Y'all, can we, like, go on about our business? Valerie, are you done?
I am your shield.
Thank you. Dog, you're also done? Of course. Okay. Can y'all stop, please?
Sorry.
Jeez
Was
Louise.
lost in thought.
Should I just use a raised dead? I'm just gonna use a raised dead scroll. No, actually, no, it'd be easier just to use the spell. I'll have diamonds. Alright, I have to use raised dead scroll. This is ridiculous. Alright. Where is it? Scroll of heal. Come on, there it is.
count on me. What's the holdup? Ready and willing.
I can't select her now, though.
Here.
There we go. Alright, can we pretend like this never happened? How long have I been recording? 50 minutes. Alright, we're calling the episode here. The next episode, we'll leave this area. I'm going to scour through the town again, make sure I didn't miss any loot. And in the next episode, we'll continue exploring Patox. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.